So we're gonna literally tell a drunk man who's pissing on top of a vehicle that we need his help to put a fire out. Oh, we actually got it! The drunken worker hurries to the rescue, jumping from the roof of the truck without even fastening his pants. Back on the ground, he was greeted by a cop who easily placed him under arrest. That's good. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to...
That's the sound of the police!
I'm your host, the Birdman known as Falcon. So before we get underway here today with the continuation of the last video, I actually have 2 keys to give away here today, so I figured we'd get that out of the way before we jump in here. So, the way this giveaway is going to work out is it's going to require you to have Twitter for one. It just makes it so much easier for me to kind of get in touch with you through Twitter, get the entries in, and also just direct message you the key when you do win, assuming you do win. I got 2 keys to give away here for the PC version on Steam, so make sure if you're getting involved with this, you have Steam and have Twitter as well. Now, the way this is going to work out is somewhere in this video, I will stop doing what I'm doing for a second or two and tell you exactly what you need to do through Twitter to get in with the little giveaway here. Now, don't worry, I'm being very cryptic about this. I'm not going to ask you to send me nudes. I mean, if you want to do that, that's kind of your own volition, But it's going to be very simple. The reason why I'm not telling you exactly what it is because I want to give a little bit of extra precedence to regular viewers, as opposed to somebody who just saw the title giveaway or happened to stumble on the video and be like, ooh, a giveaway for a key? I'm gonna get involved with that and possibly win. Now, mind you, the random drawing itself will be obviously random, so it's still gonna be fair for everybody, but the actual entry, I want to give a little bit of extra precedence to regular viewers. So, and more importantly, if you want to see more of this beyond the giveaway, let me know in the comments. I'm leaving a thumbs up in the video and we'll do an entire run through. Right now, I'm going to do a couple of extra videos to get these keys out of the way. But afterwards, I will continue if you guys want to see some more. So definitely, let me know how you feel about this one.
I really need to talk to the sheriff as soon as possible.
I'm Sheriff Reid. You can talk all you like, but if I were you, I'd wait for my lawyer, Mr. Nash.
I don't, you said you're the sheriff?
That's what I said.
No, are you Sharpwood, Sheriff?
I'm the sheriff.
Do you have the authority to...
Look, I'm wearing a shiny star on my chest. I'm sitting here in the middle of the night, and even though I'm exhausted, I'm poring over murder files that no one else wants to bother with. So yeah, I'm the sheriff. I may not be used to all this, and I'm not sure I ever will be, but I don't have another sheriff for you, Mr. Nash. You might as well accept it.
You have to listen to me very carefully. I'm a policeman, just like you,
Oh, so you must be undercover. Is that it, Mr. Nash?
No, it's much more complicated than that. My name isn't Warren Nash.
Yeah, I already knew that. Your fake documents are so bad they practically fell apart in my hands.
If you let me explain, would you like to see my real document, Sheriff? Look, that humidor, you see it?
What?
That little box, the little wooden box on the table, see? Looks like a jewelry box?
It's locked. We'll crack it open in the morning.
Wouldn't you rather open it now? Please, Sheriff Reid, let's open it now, and I'll try to explain everything. I'm in a very difficult situation, and I'm asking you to listen to me. Just open the box, and you'll find my passport in there, my real passport. My name's Jack Boyd. The documents that say I'm Warren Nash, I bought them for $90 at the rail station. Please, just open the box and I'll explain everything, please. Sheriff Reid, let's talk. I'm begging you. Sheriff Reid, let me...
Do you even know what you've been accused of, Mr. Mr. Boyd?
Let's just say I don't know if you know what happened in Freeburg last winter, but it had nothing to do with the law or justice. I was used.
You do understand that I have to report you to the feds, right, Mr. Boyd?
Sheriff Reid, if you do this, you just continue this. I believe that cops should help each other, so I just want to say you seem like the kind of person
We've known each other for 5 minutes, Mr. Boyd. I doubt very much that I've made any impression on you at all. Whatever you've got yourself mixed up in, I hope that you find justice, if that's really what you want. But for now, all I know is this. You're a criminal, and they're looking for you.
Your folder. Your folder. That's a case file. Can I see it?
Excuse me?
I worked as a detective for years. Even when I was chief, I did half of my detective's work. If you're having trouble with the case, I'm sure I can help. Cops should help each other. My exact words, right?
You think that I'm...
Listen, Sheriff Reid, what do you have to lose? You're the head of this police department. You've got to think rationally. I'm not trying to teach you how to do your work. I'm just for a minute, forget about all that, this whole awkward situation, okay? Right? You have an unsolved murder, and there's someone standing right in front of you who's offering to help. Maybe I'm an imposter, and I can't actually do anything. Maybe I'll even turn out to be a lunatic, scatter the file around the cell and dance around like a wild monkey. But maybe, just maybe, I really am an experienced cop who can help you find your killer. Don't you want that? Don't you want to give me a chance since you've got nothing to lose? Don't you want a real criminal in prison, not some sorry victim of circumstance like me? That's police work. Catching the real criminals, right?
I guess I'm going crazy.
Alrighty, so we're finally back. First and foremost, a lot of stories I mentioned early on. Number 2, he mentioned that she didn't have much to lose. It's lucky for Jack that she is kind of like a bit of a pushover and she's new at the job. She's not really meant to be at a sheriff, because otherwise I don't think anybody would listen to what he has to say. But she just happens to be like the right, I guess, victim of circumstance, where it's kind of like, I will give you a break just because I'm not a hard-ass sheriff with a bunch of years of experience, and, it just kind of works out for Jack, doesn't it? I mean, otherwise, you'd like, oh yeah, here you go, possible felon, let me help you, here's my case file, take a look at it. Yeah, I don't think it'd be going too good for her otherwise. So, let's see, we have The Secret of the Forbidden Flesh. This will be the case work that we'll be doing. We'll be doing police work, we'll be doing case solving, and obviously the turn-based combat we did early in the first video. The Secret of the Forbidden Flesh. The dismembered corpse of Bob Finnegan was found on a display shelf in the meat department. Okay? So here we have the clues. Ruth Finnegan, victim's wife. I was at the neighbors to borrow some salt, and I heard on their TV that there's some crazy maniac started killing in Ripton. The journalist nicknamed the wrestler because he wears a wrestling mask. I usually don't pay attention to the news, but this time I remember because as I was leaving, I noticed a Latino man in the street with a big sports bag and he was just taking off a mask. I got home and there's blood everywhere, and Bob is nowhere to be found. You think that maniac came all the way here from Ripton? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this guy had a vendetta. This luchador had a vendetta against your husband to kill him randomly. Katerina Slusarski. That evening, Ruth came over to borrow some salt. It's funny, she works at the grocery store, but she's always missing something. She sat at my place for a while, and then said that she was going back to make dinner for Bob. I don't know how she put up with him, a typical man. He always walked around in a stupid t-shirt, spent the whole day staring at the TV and yelling for Ruth to bring him another Frosty. I went to visit often enough, and it was always the same thing. Recently, Ruth decided to try being a vegetarian. She'd read in a magazine that it will make you live an extra 10 years, plus you get to lose a few pounds. So she started cooking without meat, beginning with vegetable soup. Thought she surprised Bob, but when he came home from work, he was yelling, "What the hell is this without the meat?" I live next door, and I could hear everything. They almost got into a fight. Victim's home bathroom. The bathroom is covered in blood. It looks like this is where the victim's corpse was butchered. Store counter. The victim's body parts were neatly laid out on the counter, as if it were a display, set for all to see. There's a crumpled garbage bag under the counter, with traces of blood inside. The grocery store? Where's this at? The store counter. So if the luchador did this, how the hell did he get into the store? Yeah, I think I'm beginning to see what happened here. Medical examiner, the victim's throat was cut in one single confident motion. Dead came almost instantly. There are no signs of struggle on the body. The corpse was dismembered after dead. No signs of struggle either. So unless that luchador snuck in there and slit his throat without him figuring it out, I'm gonna proudly say this is a wife. So here's suspect number 1, man in wrestling mask, and we have suspect number 2, the victim's wife, which I'm pinning this one on the wife, to be honest with you. Just because of the rocky relationship and just the nature of it. Plus the store. You telling me luchador went into the store after hours and neatly laid out this guy's parts? Really doubtful. So before we solve this, how about we get this giveaway before I forget about it? So here's what I want you guys to do. Go back. This is to kind of give everybody, especially regular viewers, a chance to have a upside over just somebody who happened to stumble on the video and saw a giveaway thing. Go back to the first video. There is going to be an interaction between Bogdan and Jack Boyd. And I say something during that interaction. There's a word that I specifically emphasized in that first video. Go to Twitter, tweet at me that word that I emphasized, and you'll be in for the drawing. I will give it, after this video goes live, let's say 48 hours. I'll give it 48 hours once this video goes live, and I'll pick 2 random people from Twitter then, and I would direct message you the code for the game on Steam. So that's how we're going to do this one. This is to kind of give regular viewers kind of like more of a chance to win. Ultimately, it's going to be a random drawing, but I hope this kind of, evens it out a bit so that you, if you're a regular viewer, you kind of have more of a chance to possibly win. Alright, so with that done, get back over here, victim's wife. So here's the sequence we have to put together for this solve case. So Bob Finnegan's house, and finally Bob Finnegan's dismembered corpse in the North Star grocery store counter. Right. So, vegetable soup was apparently an argument that she heard. I'm gonna say that's gonna be the first one, maybe? And then slit throat, that's gonna be in there somehow. I'm gonna say this one right here will be there. That one's gotta be there because obviously you butcher the body, then you drag it to the store, you put it on display. Vegetable soup. He asked for beer. I'm gonna say we go this way. I mean, that one seems like it does make sense. He's usually asking for a... Oh! Sequence completed. Reid Finnegan. Now this one's very easy, because it's a tutorial one. Especially when you go back to the first game, some of these can be really, really difficult, especially when you have too much information. So this one is expected to be easy. Reid Finnegan. Bob Finnegan's wife, she killed her husband to escape her unhappy marriage. The last straw was his criticism of her soup. Reid decided to kill her husband to make it look as though the maniac known as the wrestler did it. So apparently the luchador here is innocent on this one. Let's indict. Yes.
Look.
By the way, if she couldn't figure that one out, I mean, oh boy, she needs a lot of help.
Lily, are you there? Lily?
Lily here. Come in.
Can you grab the box of flashbang grenades and get over here? There's no time to lose. Lily?
Copy. I'm on my way.
She's running supplies now. You know, they do a good job with Lily. Like, I honestly feel bad for her. Like, how she's just kind of pushed around. Nobody has any trust in her.
I'm not seeing anything.
Lily, it's time.
Yes, just let me look at the plan.
Lily, we've got everything covered.
Gail, I need to take a look at the plan. Gail, the plan?
Lily, do you want to look at the plan or do you want to change the plan?
I need to see the plan before I decide whether I need to change it. Gail?
Okay, so interrogate the necktie, get all the information available. I don't think we necessarily have to. I mean, as a matter of fact, just based on the story, I don't think we have to change the plan whatsoever.
You should have taken him to Canaan right away. Yes, let's get him over here. Someone needs to go get Canaan. Does anyone know Canaan lives? Jesse, grab that blue bag over there. Bring it over here. I'll call him. Bring me that bag. I'll call Canaan. The bag, Jesse.
Jesus, Jesse, we don't have time for that. Bring me that bag.
No, come on.
Lily, put pressure here. Press there and don't let him. Make it? You think he'll make it?
We need to put something under his head.
He's dead, Lily. Lily, he's dead. Gail's dead.
Now you can call Canaan.
Like, this department is not having any luck whatsoever.
What was his name? I mean the deceased officer. What's his name?
Gail Greenberg.
Were you close?
No, but... No. We went to school together.
Sheriff Reid,
Sheriff Reid. Ha! Sheriff Reid. If my dad could hear you say that, he'd died of laughter. He'd laugh like a madman, choke on his favorite meatballs even. Sheriff Reid. Call me Lily. My aunt lived in Freeburg. She sold flowers. Had her own store, a little shop. My mother and I used to visit during the summer. You have warm summers there. Warmer than here.
Anywhere's warmer than here.
So, what happened in Freeburg? Mr. Boyd?
That's a very... I'm sorry. Forgive me, Lily. I begged you for a chance to tell you everything, and now I don't know where to start.
You were slandered?
You could say that.
So you aren't guilty of anything?
I'm plenty guilty, but not what I've been accused of. I was just a fool. A blind fool.
What was it you said, Mr. Boyd? Maybe you're an imposter, maybe you're crazy, but maybe you... honestly, I don't even know if I...
Lily, why are you pointing that gun at me? Can I get out of this cage? Lily?
Yes, Mr. Boyd. Yes, you can get out of the cage.
Lily, I wanted
What?
to...
You want to know if I'm going to call the feds? No, I won't call the feds. Do I realize that means I'm breaking the law? Yeah, I know. Do I understand that you could make a run for it at any time? Yeah, I know that too. Any other questions?
So how long you been working undercover?
Since February.
So you're like our new sheriff now, huh?
Mr. Nash will partly take over management of the department. Some of you will now be his subordinates. Bad news, Cliff. I'm still the sheriff.
Alrighty, so we're finally done with the story and exposition for a while. We're getting into the entire police management portion of the game now. So, if you played the first one, you gotta manage your cops. Sometimes, like this fella right here, drank too much last night, he's drunk. The problem with sending drunk cops out on calls is that they possibly have a chance of either failing a mission easily or sometimes just dying on the way to a call through crashing a car. It's a very good possibility, and also if they're tired, they could fall asleep at the wheel and the same type of thing happens. So you gotta manage, like, you know, stuff like that. Drunk cops, tired, you gotta give them a couple of days off on occasion too. You can work them to the bone, but then you have a higher risk of things failing. And then you have things like this, which is this guy probably asking for a day off because he needs to do something, and it's up to you if you want to, like, you know, either placate that or not. Sometimes you need the people on the job, so you'll say no, but then sometimes you also want to go ahead and say yes because, you know, you want to keep morale up too. So today we have 10 people available for calls here today. And yes, this is the equipment thing I just talked about. You can assign them yourself if you want to, but I'm going to go and just do an auto-assign here today. First mission, so I don't think it's going to be too difficult. But eventually we'll try to fine-tune it if we can. Alright, so finally we're underway here. We have all of my cops, and we're just going to wait for a couple of calls here. We have one already. The Smelly Goose Bar. A drunken worker parked his truck sideways and is blocking in several cars. When the owner of the other cars asked him to move, the man climbed onto the roof of his truck and ordered the dogs beneath them to shut their yaps. Well, he's a drunk dude at a bar. What do you expect? So, this seems like a negotiation for me. So, we have shooting. I don't think we have to shoot the poor guy. We have intelligence 2 and negotiation 1. Let's go with aeronautic. Probably a bit more than I really need to send out for that one call. I mean, it's just one drunk dude on top of a vehicle, but, you know, better safe than sorry. And you also don't want to, you know, spread yourself too thin, because if you have a lot of calls that day, you need to make sure you have enough calls to answer them. A drunken worker is standing on the roof of his truck, pissing on anyone who approaches. Okay. We could drive into the truck with a patrol car, shoot the drunken worker with a taser. Hey, mister, there's a fire over here. So, we're gonna literally tell a drunk man who's pissing on top of a vehicle that we need his help to put a fire out. You know what? That sounds so ridiculous. I think we have to try it. He's drunk anyways. Why not give it a try? Let's try that out with a Birch. He's got the intelligence and negotiation to make it happen, and... oh, we actually got it! The drunken worker hurries to the rescue, jumping from the roof of the truck without even fastening his pants. Back on the ground, he was greeted by a cop who easily placed him under arrest. That's good. That is good. Glad he fell for that one. So, instead of having a jack of all trades, I say we max out certain things. So, with Virgil Birch III, I'm going to go with negotiation to a 2. This will also give us some perks for combat. So, here we have Freeze Buddy. And Aeronautic also leveled up. And we'll go ahead and just max out his intelligence. Why not?
Progress.
Another call. The Gurmar Funeral Home. A girl entered the vault, stole an urn filled with ash, and is trying to escape. Let's go with flower pots. Sure, why not? So we'll send both of you to answer that one. I don't think we need 2 of them, but just to kind of err on the side of caution here. And they're there already. That was a really nearby call. A girl with an urn is in one hand. A girl with an urn in one hand is climbing outside a small storage window. Seeing a cop, she screams, "Don't touch me! I'm fulfilling the last wish of my beloved. Her parents would rather die than let me destroy her ashes." Convince the girl to try to reach an understanding with the deceased parents, grab the girl by the foot, or run out of the funeral home and intercept the girl on the street. Maybe one of these two. Maybe we do some with negotiation, but we don't have that. Grab the girl by the foot, that would require strength, right? Should we give flower pots a try? Let's give it a try.
551.
Hey, it worked! The cop drags the girl back to the vault and arrests her. The urn returns intact to its proper shelf. Very good. Sandra Spurlock. So, again, let's try to max things out here. So we have 1 point for you. Let's go with maybe speed. And see if we can get that maxed out. So we have patience unlocked now. And with Vanessa Flower Pots, let's go with... oh, you got 2 points. So you know what? Let's just max out your strength. You're gonna be my heavy hitter from now on. Alright, we have another call. Police impersonation. A man in a police uniform is standing in the entrance of the city, slowing everyone down and demanding money. Oh, you know, when a cop comes up to you randomly, it's like, hey, you know what? How about you give me some cash, buddy? It's like, sure, officer. Stealth, no shooting, but we got shooting with mustard, so you got a pretty good setup over here. I would say both of you hopefully could handle that one. I'm just hoping that they're not, like, you know, armed. Or this person who's impersonating cops is not armed. If he's not, then I think we should be okay. Police impersonation 573. A man in a police uniform is standing on the side of the road counting some money. Turn on the siren, order him to surrender. Hi there, colleague. You're gonna share your earnings. Can we do that? Huh. Intelligence, we have shooting. Turn on the siren, order him to surrender. You're gonna share the earnings. How about we try that one with Rosencrantz? The man in police uniform doesn't want to share and flees across the field. Well, I was just joking around. Shoot the man, run after him, drive after him. Running would require speed. We have 1 speed. Do you think Rosencrantz could catch up? I mean, he's got speed and strength, so maybe chase him down and pin him down, arrest him. By shooting the man, are we talking about, like, taser? Because I don't think we should be killing this dude, right? Like, he's not brandishing a weapon at us. Let's just run after him with Rosencrantz.
573.
Got him. The cab manages to catch up with him and arrest the criminal. It turns out that his deceased mother-in-law, who worked as a cleaner at the police station, helped him get the uniform. Oh, we have collusion, do we? Alrighty, lock mustard. Let's max out shooting dog. And then Rosencrantz. You know, speed worked out, but you know what? I think we're lacking people in stealth, so I'm gonna hook you up with stealth over here. I know I could have maxed out intelligence too, but I think we already have somebody with intelligence maxed out. And that's the end of the day. So we got plus 15. What the hell is this? What is this? Oh yeah, I think you could buy, you could buy equipment and officers with these little cap things instead of using money. I'm gonna say we go with Clayton. And maybe another taser cartridge, or should we save this? Alright. At the end of each day, you have to select the cops that will work tomorrow's shift. So everybody seems, you know, a little bit tired, sure, but nothing too much. But we don't necessarily want to have everybody tired at the same time. 8 cops for next day? Sure. Cool. Once this video goes live, I'm going to give it 48 hours to let you guys get your Twitter entries in for the giveaway. And then in 48 hours, I would choose people. And then I'm not sure when the next video is going to come out. I'm going to do the giveaway, and then after the giveaway, I'll decide if we continue this as a series. So if you want to see some more, do let me know in the comments and leave a thumbs up, and we'll do the entire run. Otherwise, I'll get these keys out, and we'll wrap it up then. But hopefully, I've shown you enough of This Is the Police 2, in case you want to pick it up for your own accord as well. I will catch you next time.